Hi everyone, my name is Santiago, Gonzalo. Thank you guys for coming. It's really cool that you guys are here to listen to us. We've been working, a lot. We've been coding for a really long time this week, it feels like, especially. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. A year ago, you would have caught me living out of a suitcase because I would travel from IKEAs to IKEAs and design and build them. And I didn't want that life for myself because I wouldn't see my wife. I would see my wife every couple of weeks. It wasn't the life I wanted. I wanted something remote. I wanted something different. And funny enough, I quit my job because I was really frustrated doing that type of life. And I did something that I really loved. So I became a dive instructor. So I scuba dive, I do cave diving, I love it. But then again, I'm having a baby soon, and I thought that's not probably the safest thing to be teaching, to do cave diving and stuff. So I said, you know what? Let's get into something cool. Let's get into something that the future, that I can embrace, right? That's just going to grow. And I came across 4Geeks. Funny enough, my wife had said, hey, take a look at this. Why don't you try it? It's right around the corner. So here I am, and I started with all these cohorts, and it's pretty cool where we've gone from the beginning to knowing nothing to where we are, which is knowing a little bit more. No, we know a lot bit more. Let me introduce to you Tim, and we'll go over our project a little bit.
Thanks, Santi. How's everybody doing tonight? My name's Tim Salinas. I come from a background of retail sales, commission. Basically, been into electronics my whole life. So that's what got me into coding. Has anybody ever been in a situation where they have a job, but maybe you need a little bit more? You need a little bit more money for the week, whatever it is, something came up. That's where we came up with TaskRater.
Piggyback off of that, have you ever needed a little bit of help and you don't want to just go hire a company or anything like that? You just need somebody to help you move a couch, and maybe you don't have any friends. You're willing to pay somebody to move your couch or whatever it is that you need. So that's kind of where we came up with this idea of TaskRater. Me as a dive instructor, I would carry 40 tanks, load them up into a truck, then load them up into a boat, and then take them off the boat, put them back in the truck, take them back to get them filled in the gas compressor. It was exhausting. So I'm like, why don't I find something where I can just hire somebody to do that part for me? Very simply. And that's where TaskRater sort of was born, when we had to do our final project. So we're going to walk you through the website a little bit. So I'm going to read you our mission statement because I know it seems a little cliche, but for us it kind of just resonated in the back of our head as to why we were doing this project. It says, our passion is to provide the top possible matches between employer and contractor in any industries. We have a foundational belief that creating relationships and connecting people is what moves companies and employees forward. So we kept that in the back of our heads as we were doing this. So we're going to log in as a company right now. So this is where the tasks are available. So normally when you log in, there's going to be, as it fills up and we get users, there's going to be a lot more tasks available. But what we're going to do is we're going to post a job right now. So when we post a job, we're going to do something dive related. So Tim, why don't you write dive master? That's what I would need. Skills, CPR, rescue. And navigation. Little typo, but that's okay. City is going to be LA, because I like LA. And does anybody know the zip code to LA? No? 90001. Hours expected, I'm going to need 10 hours. 10 hours of work from you. And let's do $35 an hour as a dive master. You're available, right?
Quite soft.
Only once a week, though. Okay, job description. I'm going to need you leading open water divers. And definitely moving tanks. Okay, so we're going to create that. And there it shows up, the dive master that we need. What's cool about this is that we created this under the same company right now. So say we already had somebody that we accepted to be our digital media coordinator, and they're making pretty decent money, not as good as that. But let's delete it because we don't need that anymore. We already have our guy or girl.
And this is a function.
That's something that we thought about. Well, what are we going to do when the job is completed, and we figured we can make this available to the company. There we go. Okay, so let's log out and let's go sign up as a user. So sign up. Now this is as a company, but we're going to go as a user. There we go. Now fill up. Let's fill it out as a new user. So your email. Anybody a diver here? No? All right.
Anybody what?
Is anybody a diver? No? Okay. Let's say Marcelo's a diver.
Yeah.
Marcelo.
You want to have my real email?
No, that's okay. You're good. At Gmail.
Let's bother someone else.
Password. Whatever password you want. Like contact information. We don't have to put real number. 954-888-9191. Marcelo. We could put CEO. Well, no. He's the main man. And skills, master, CEO. Yeah, that works. Create. You can put comma master, PhD.
I was.
Okay, so he is in, and he's like, hey, I could be a dive master, so he's gonna apply. Click apply.
Shut up.
Yeah, click apply. Takes a little bit of time. There we go. And we'll have a module popping up, an alert telling us. What's that for? Oh, and it shows up as he has applied. So that's cool. You can log out now. That's basically the simplicity of the website. We just wanted something that is task-oriented, that's quick, that's for the day. What's cool? Go ahead.
That's it. This goes either way. So for the employee, someone that's looking for a quick job, someone who's looking to maybe, I don't know, just get a little bit extra money for the week. For an employer, they need someone real quick. They need someone to fulfill a job. They can get someone really fast. So just an easier way for us to connect the dots for them.
And so when we started creating this, we started thinking, okay, how are we going to build this? So we're like, okay, we should do it through the back end, right? How are we going to create the relationships? And I thought it was something so simple. What users are we going to use? How are we going to relate, create relationships between a user, between a company? That was probably the most interesting part. And we created these user flows, these user stories. I mean, and it was insanely complicated at first. And we're like, let's shrink this down, because the more that you do it, the more you realize how in-depth something as simple as this can become. We used, for the front end, obviously we used React, and for the back end, MySQL, Flask, but you could have used anything. What's cool about it, because that doesn't really matter. What I've learned about as a developer is you're a developer. You don't have to really know. You can pick every particular one that you want and make it work for your website. This worked great for this one, but for the next one, we're going to learn a different one. And that's what we really learned. Those were what the challenges were for us, was creating the database in the back end and making it talk to your front end, and not doing it the other way around. Because at first, when you start writing a website, everybody thinks, oh, I'm just going to start making it look pretty. And that was definitely a curveball for us. And yeah, does anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you very much for your time.